really what you're going to find here is, diversity of trails, some really cool features. We call it friendly technical because it looks intimidating, but we have a lot of embedded rock here. So everything is more soft edge rock than real sharp type rock that you might find in other places. Although we don't have a lot of flow trail here, we call it DIY flow here in West Virginia because you have to earn your momentum. People really enjoy this style of riding and keep coming back, and it's become, more and more popular over time. And my name is Jeff Simcoe, and my role here with the Big Bear Lake Trail Center is I'm the recreation land manager, and we take care of about 50 miles of trail here at Big Bear Lake. We put on some large events and smaller events. And we do all the marketing and everything that goes along with running the trail center. We're sitting on about 5,000 acres of property here. And what this area is a deeded RV camplands. There's approximately 2,000 plus property owners, almost 3,000 lots. So that's really the main business at Big Bear is the RV deeded camplands. There's a country store, the recreation lands, and then secondary to that is the trail center and the events we put on and the trails that you'll find on the recreation land.
Wild, wonderful, and around here, wet, with the Allegheny front receiving upwards of 50 inches of rain per year. Fortunately for riders in these parts, the terrain handles it beautifully. The 300-million-year-old mountains are composed of a coarse sandstone, which is why you see so many peculiar rock formations, and why the trails drain so well underneath a rather lovely layer of duff. So if you're a fair weather rider looking to mix it up a bit, Big Bear Lake has you covered.
We're sitting in Preston County, West Virginia. We're part of the Cheat River watershed, and we're in the Appalachian Mountains on the Allegheny front. The Trail Center has a long history of races dating back to the 80s, where there was some of the original trail was developed through motorcycle races, the 100-mile races. The Big Bear 100 was part of the Blackwater 100 series, which is very well known. Sections of the race loop that were part of our 24-hour races. And then as time went on, Mark Schooley, who's the general manager here, he's a mountain biker from the late 80s, early 90s, and he started developing a little more trail or making the corridors that were here that were really old, forestry access routes and so on into better trails. Since then, we've put a lot more effort into marketing and trail maintenance and improving the trail signage and events like our bike festival event. And then just more recently, we've had some more hires for trail maintenance. My wife Annie does the majority of the trail maintenance now. Our program here, our trail program specifically, is funded through our events, and we charge a day use fee of $10 or a season pass for $30. And then we have some pretty large events, and so all that revenue is used to then maintain the property, maintain the trails. So that's important distinction between us and like a state park that's funded through taxpayer dollars and so on. So when I moved to West Virginia in the mid-90s, I was totally focused on whitewater, and my wife Annie, she had started biking before me and worked at a couple bike shops. She had to really convince me to get into biking because I was so much into whitewater, but I guess that's one of the things I can thank her for. It's just been awesome. West Virginia is such a great place for mountain biking. For the most part, everybody is very supportive and inclusive, and it's really, for us, there's plenty of days where I've given up riding so we could facilitate someone's good time here in West Virginia and at Big Bear, and bikes are life for us right now, and we hope that continues on for a long time.
As one of the oldest mountain ranges on the planet, time, wind, and water have whittled what were once massive, jagged summits into the more modest range we see today. The beauty here isn't predicated on the reach of these summits, but rather the depth of their valleys and the ancient and often stunning secrets they hold. In my estimation, West Virginia is the most complete embodiment of Appalachia, and its most beautiful representation.